Welcome back to the channel, people. The Zid and Matthew show. Hit that subscribe button. Yeah, man. Subscribe to the channel. Like the content. Share the content with your friends. Send it to your friends. Get the thing out here that some good analysis going on here. Yeah, man. Comment in the comment section if you agree or disagree. I want to hear what your thoughts are. Alright, people. Mr. Oral Tracey, let me tell you something, people. Oral Tracey don't know much about football, really, you know. Oral Tracey don't know much about football. Oral Tracey is just an entertainer. He's very entertaining. He knows enough about sports. And he's funny. So, he brings a nice humor to the sporting discussion. So let me say, he knows enough about sports, but Oral Tracey don't really make a lot of great points as it relates to sports. He's usually emotional, illogical, but he's funny. So make you laugh. Straight. Yeah, man. But Oral Tracey did a video, in last video, and it makes sense. You cannot believe me and say Oral Tracey made perfect sense about Richard King. But the fact that Oral Tracey making sense about Richard King, it means it's so obvious. And by the way, a lot of people asking, you know, oh, Richard King still playing in the Jamaica Premier League despite being so good. And I can report to you right now that one of the things is that Richard King, when he went to Iceland, he did well, you know. It's not like the Iceland man was disappointed and them sent back King home. They were okay with King, they were happy with King and wanted King. But the asking price, according to the people in Iceland, was too high, or they just couldn't afford it. One or the other. So it's not a matter of, this is real stuff me I tell you now. It's not a matter of they didn't want King or they didn't like King. Because remember, I spent some time in Iceland playing football. And they wanted him. They reached out to Cavalier and said, listen, we want King to be permanent. But the money with them offer, Cavalier was enough. So Cavalier believe that they can get more money, a permanent deal from King, and they can get far more money. And I agree with Cavalier to do that. They don't want to nurture and develop these really technically good people. Because modern day football, King is like the perfect central defender to have. Read the game well, tackle well enough, and brilliant with the ball at his feet. They can play out from back and not worry about him. Nobody's perfect, so don't feel say, Mr. Van Dijk who plays out well from the back to your ball. So yeah, some ball I will give you, but most of the time he's consistent. Now, back to Oral Tracey video where I ask you that. Now we have Isaac Hayden. Isaac Hayden, not Hayden. I think that's an upgrade in terms of the balance between can win the ball and distribute the ball. Sorry, people. Sorry about that. Between winning the ball and distributing the ball. But I think Richard King have better range of passing than Hayden. So, Richard King, as Oral Tracey mentioned in the video, came up through the clearance system and attacked them the straight. You can't give them ball, you can't kick with them ball unless you're up 1-0 and it's in the 95th minute and 30 seconds left. I just bang the ball long field because I know it's a winning time now. After they own the time pretty much. Yeah. But the skill set is kind of different when you're passing. You're facing the field. You're facing the players. You get it, you face the players. Those passes, most people who have decent technical skills can make those passes. So remember, we don't have a problem necessarily in that regard. If we have played Cuba, like we did at the national stadium, Niladra and Cuba was sitting back deep. Latibody passed the ball and received the ball, pass the ball, receive the ball, pass the ball. Because now all of those passes, they must basically face the field which a competent footballer who can make a national team, a decent national team, will be able to, with time and space, make some decent pass forward. So, Richard King does that very well. That's the easy part. So the skill set, what is required to pass out is different that is required to play in a central defensive mid, because you're going to receive balls with your back to the field now. So, a lot of times when the defenders have the ball, the concern that we have or the issue we have is that Latibody, because he's not really good in those areas, he not really want to fetch with him back to the field. Because now you have to be able to turn in the right direction. Your angles where you're going to pass the ball now are going to be different. You're not going to always pass with you. When the ball is played to you, you have time and you knock it in the midfield or you knock it over the top. That's easier. So we have to be careful. So it is important to note that has King ever played the defensive midfield role? Because, let me repeat, it's a serious thing I tell the listeners. The passing, what is required when you're in midfield is different that is required when you're in defense trying to pass out. You always are faced pretty much. Because when you're a defender, you know, if you don't get the ball really with your back to the field. No defender gets the ball with his back to the field. That makes sense. It doesn't happen. But the defensive mid, oftentimes, they receive the ball. And that's the problem, you know. It's not the ball played back when you have time, you know. It's, as I repeat myself, but it's the key. It's the ball that are played into you with your back to the play. And them that we don't give away enough for the most part, you know. That's about there, you know. So me have news that I don't know if he's aware, but Richard King did play a lot of football as the CDM when he was in Iceland. So it's not foreign to him. So I think he can fill the gap for sure. He can fill the gap. He can fill the gap. Because I just not going to rush out. That's why when Damien Lowe was placed there, I didn't like it. Because we know Damien Lowe wouldn't be able to go and fetch with defenders in him back and receive, turn lead these people and then make pass and make the play flow. He don't have that in his repertoire. And that is the key here. We want somebody to fetch. Fetch with a defender in your back or a defender 5 meters behind you and you're not fearful. You're not going to bundle it, you're not going to give it away. Those angles, you know, your side, you're basically side down now. And the half turn, you can just nip it in our channel without even facing the player. Them sort of people who are in the middle of the park. Richard King can do it. And then play there. So I know some of the people who understand the ball to a level would ask that question. Is he capable of making those sort of plays? Is he able to play with him back to the field? Receive passes like that. And he can. So Richard King, even if he's not going to start, he must be an option at the Latibodier for sure. He is much better than Latibodier. And we need, if it's Latibodier and King, give me King in there. If you want to play with Isaac Hayden and King, then fine. But King over Latibodier every day of the week and twice on Sunday as a central defensive midfield player. Give the means that a man, me don't like the fact that some of the players who are being brought here from England not good. They're not special. I want us to seek help from England because we want the striker, from Manchester United striker, they are saying now, Mason Greenwood. We want him because he's really good. We're happy for Bobby Reid with them committed and they play well. We're happy for some of the others, but Pinnock, for example, yes, we want Pinnock. We love Pinnock. We're glad for Pinnock. But we want some of the man them come and iffy. They must get a long run, man, while King up on the bench all long, man, and not getting a run at all. These, though, are merely my views. And now as always, what say you?